quick, I just had asked Kathy, because I'm on both sides of the coin, so to speak, here with now being a foster and letting them go and bringing in a rescue. When I brought Tibbs in, like I said, Steve came up here and helped me. I remember for a month, he would stand at my French door and stare out the window and wait for his mom and dad to come back to him. You know, he was 8 years old. His family dropped him off at a shelter and just left him, you know.
And
so
he was grieving heavily.
Yeah, he was sad. And so fostering instead of putting them into a shelter, I believe, gets them ready for the next step, rather than
Absolutely.
putting them in a kennel area, a concrete box. Here, when you foster, they are loved. They are part of the family. They, you know, earlier Jelly was climbing up on the couch. You know, in a shelter, they don't get the one-on-one quality that they need when their heart is broken from their family deserting them.
Right.
So
That's right.
please, everybody that's watching, consider fostering. I'm gonna cry because it's so rewarding. It's I wish I could see my
Hi, everybody. Hey, look, there's Melanie.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Melanie.
Yeah, Melanie's muted, but she knows it. She don't want to talk right now. She's just sitting in with us. So, you know how quickly things change in rescue. Melanie was going to help out a little bit with the show, and then something changed, and now she's going to be doing a much more critical assistance for the rescue. So that's a cool thing. And we only got her until school starts. So, boy, have we got a show lined up. And next week, well, we don't have a clue what's going on next week. So it's the 4th of July weekend. And I know there's some things we want to do, but nothing's set in stone yet. So this is the show where you come to listen to music, too. I got a message the other night. I want to know if we can do our countdown timer an hour long so she can listen to the music longer. So
puts you in the mood, the good mood.
Well, we would have to do a screen share on that one because I can't play that long on an uploaded video like that. And that's what the countdown timer is just an uploaded video. Okay. And we embedded our prior ones. Boy, Robbie sure was looking good, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. I wrote a note down about him.
Did you?
Handsome guy. Yes, for myself personally.
Well, Robbie got adopted, didn't he?
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, I think, months ago. I could be wrong. Or maybe he decided to come back.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah,
we have a full show today, don't we? 3 fosters.
Yeah, we do. We got 5 dogs going to be on, but I only count 2 fosters down there. I think one of them's cheating, has more than 1 dog.
We'll count Melanie.
We'll count Melanie, okay. Because if we if we run out of show before we run out of time, we get to see Erin again.
I see glimpses of somebody next to her. So
yeah. Well, the first dog we're going to bring up.
Dogs too.
Yeah. The first one we're going to bring up is kind of a man. I'll tell you, he's got one heck of a story in the first year of his life, and it's kind of a troubling story. But I'll tell you what, GPRS fosters have it going on. So here, we'll just play this video. It gives you part of the story. Wow, what a video.
Hey.
Hey, hi, everybody. Hi, Karen. Hey, before we get started, Lisa actually has some good news from last week's show
Yes.
about Olive.
Yes. Oh, cute. Olive is she is now Ollie, and she will be leaving next Saturday from her foster home. And she is coming here to Arizona.
Awesome.
And it worked out perfect because her adoptive family watched the show with us last weekend.
How about that?
Gave us the
You
opportunity.
forgot to mention that to us, huh?
Yes.
Oh,
no,
well,
thanks for
it's
reminding
probably
me.
good
Steve.
you didn't, because we would have screwed it all up had we known. So,
It sealed the
all
deal.
right. We're waiting no longer. There is Snoopy. What's this about?
Look at him.
Who surrendered him?
This is okay. Let me tell you a story. This is Snoopy. He was so scared. He was barking at everything for days on end. He was growling when he was eating. He was pacing in his crate. He was so anxious. This poor boy. But within a few weeks, he stopped pacing. He stopped being guarded. He started loving. He really does want to be a lap dog, although he's 85 pounds and way too big to be a lap dog. But we let him love on us. He's now playful. He's affectionate. He is calm, protective. He is happy. He's housebroken and crate trained. He loves his crate. He's a puppy. He's only a year old.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he gets too anxious, we put him in his crate. We say, Snoopy, kennel. He goes in, he lays down, and he naps.
Wow. Nice work.
He just this past week, okay. Once he was healed from getting fixed,
Yeah.
we took him to the groomer, and he did good at the groomer. And just this past Friday, we took him to the groomer, who we've been friends with for like 15 years. They have 2.5 acres. And he went to the groomer, and he just had so much fun on his play date at doggy daycare, which they also do. And he just played and played, run, play, had so much fun, made so many new friends.
Wow.
He is just so loving, so open, so adoring to those.
And he's gorgeous. Look at him.
Beautiful.
Look at him. He is such a good boy.
Boy, that's a big difference from last month, huh?
Oh, yeah. However, he does still need work on the leash.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
He definitely needs work on the leash. He does not understand leash. And I had an injury earlier this year. I cannot take him on the leash.
Okay.
So I have not been able to work with him.
Right. So what we'll have is, instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's easy.
But he's still a puppy. He loves it. He did a pounce play today with one of my other dogs. And it was the first time he did that in my house.
Wow.
And just pounce play for almost 30 minutes.
Huh.
And I did not have my phone handy. I'd have to cross the room to get my phone. And I didn't want to interrupt the pounce play. So I didn't get a video.
That's all right. We got enough for his promo video. Now, boy, I'll tell you, he sure is doing well for as poorly as a human treated him in his prior life, didn't he?
He is so loving. She's so affectionate. He is very protective. He will lay between me and the door, me and my husband, me and the other dogs, and they have had to tell him that he's not allowed to be that protective.
Excellent.
So
Okay.
he's kind of learning.
Yeah. What's with the poodles?
Okay. The poodles. That's a really long story. We used to own poodles. We had them for 12 years.
Oh, they're
They both
visitors?
passed away in 2020.
Wow.
These two we got in a year ago.
Oh, okay. Cool. They're your resident
And
dogs.
it was an accidental breeding, and that's another really long story we don't need to go into here.
Okay,
but,
we won't then.
Yeah.
Because-
He is so happy. He just loves. We have a 6,000-gallon pond out back. He does not go in it, although he does dip his feet in and drink the fish water because that's so tasty.
wow.
But other than that, he's not destructive.
Yeah. Jeff says he's a cool dog.
Yes.
No offense, Mr. Snoopy, but Bonnie wants the last dog that was in the video. That dog is sitting next to Melanie.
Yep.
Oh, he's such a beautiful dog.
He is. So what kind of home do you think he would need?
He needs a home. He would love children. I don't know about cats. Other dogs, yes, definitely. We've not had him around cats, but children, just a home that would love him.
What about rabbits and squirrels?
Okay, well, that's what he chases in the park.
Okay, so we may want to be
No.
wary of cats then.
Yeah.
But he's anxious to please.
Okay.
So
Well, he can't catch a
you
squirrel.
might be able to train him. He is the epitome
He's
of
mellow
the
for being a
breed.
year old too. Either that or you got him hogtied.
He is such a he wants to protect.
Okay.
He
All
wants
right.
to protect everybody around him.
Sorry, Melanie. It was the other one. What's his name, Lisa?
Oh, look.
Robbie, but I'm sorry,
Robbie.
Bonnie. I
Yeah,
already checked.
Robbie.
Robbie's
Pardon?
living his best life in Oregon. He was adopted.
Yeah, he was adopted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now when Snoopy's ready to go now, in your opinion?
He is ready. He's ready for a new
All right.
family. He was very anxious. He was so traumatized when he came to me.
That was a lot of precise work, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we worked really hard with him, and he's now ready for a new family.
Right.
We don't want him to get too committed to us
Well, of
because
course
then it will
not.
be too traumatic for him.
Yeah. And because here's why, and here's what's happening here. We're doing two things on a behavior standpoint. Number one, we're showing him that not all humans are the same, and they're
Right.
not going to treat him like he was treated before.
Right.
Because you got to remember, if that was his parent that took him down there, that had that leash that said "my
I
best
know,
friend"
I
on
know.
it.
That was-
If
when I
that was
found
his
that out,
parent,
I
that
was so
means
heartsick.
yeah, that means his parent dropped him off at the shelter and he watched him leave and never saw him again. So that's a traumatic event for a dog. He has bounced back amazingly. Nice work, you guys.
Yes. It's as though he knows you're talking about him, Karen. He's got a big smile on his face.
I know.
You can see it, the calm in
He's
his
such
eyes.
a good boy.
Yes,
Wow.
he is.
He's a big boy too. How much does he weigh now? Because I knew he was underweight pretty
Okay.
bad.
I have not weighed him since we got him, but he was 85 pounds when we got him.
Oh, okay. Wow, he's gonna be a big boy. He's only a year old.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
It's a handsome.
That's gonna look at him. Classic
Here's
representative.
another thing. We took him to the groomer as soon as he was healed, and his his talking and playing with the people and the puppies at the groomers were, I mean, he just loved it.
Wow.
It was like, oh, look, I have new friends. Oh, look at all these friends I have. Oh,
Wow.
I'm so excited I have friends.
Excited.
I like that picture.
That was his very first treat that he actually ate at my house.
Is that like a bully stick or something similar?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And it looks like he's seriously going to eat that.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody, he needs a does he need does he need another dog in a home that he goes to mentor him?
He would love another dog.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because maybe that other dog will teach him how to do that side eye properly. Okay, just like Girly Girl.
Yeah.
So, but boy, that's a good looking boy, and he was so mistreated in the beginning. Maybe not physically abused, but he was neglected because he came in so underweight. He probably, I think I read on the paper, he was matted pretty bad, wasn't he, Karen?
He was very matted, and my groomer, I'm blessed with the groomer.
I'm glad she didn't shave him or didn't have to shave him.
No, they didn't, but they actually spend time with my dogs, all of the fosters that I have, and they will put them up on the table. They will bathe them, put them up on the table, take them down, let them rest. They will take 10 to 12 hours to groom my dog.
Wow.
Wow.
My fosters.
Patient.
No.
These are amazing groomers.
Is he a mommy's boy or daddy's boy?
He's more or less a daddy's boy.
Okay, because that's what I was looking at in that picture. I almost trimmed him out of that, and then I decided not to because
no, he's a daddy's boy.
People might want to say thank you to him for you guys doing such good work here, but for you guys, it's probably just another Tuesday. You fostered before, so
we have.
And so apparently your experience with the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society has been a pretty good one.
It has. I love this. I love this society. I love what they do. I help wherever I can. I do a lot of transport.
She does.
And you're the one that pulled him from the shelter, aren't you?
I am.
She is.
And if it weren't for you, we don't know where he'd be right now, but we can have a good guess.
He would not be here.
Because he was an owner surrender, and
he was like hours away from being gone.
See, that's close enough to minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter an hour or a minute for him. It's a lifetime that almost ended.
Can you smile?
And he's probably shows you how grateful he is every day, doesn't he?
Right.
He does.
And boy, I can't wait to see him as he progresses. Hopefully the adopter will stay in touch with you.
He really needs his forever family. Yes. He is just so affectionate and loving.
Right. The hard part's done now. He's a year old. Karen got him through his prior life. Now he's got a brand new life.
Yes.
And she's raising the bar to make it easier for the adopter. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where you go with this guy. Rena says, thank you, Karen.
Yes.
And I agree with that.
I agree. Yes.
And you can read some more about him right there. And that's where his bio is. It's short and sweet and to the point. Okay. There's no wasted reading there. And thank you, Karen, for being such a good foster and saving that boy's life. And
thank you for putting him out here for.
Yeah, and we need more Karens out there. And so be like Karen, foster a dog.
Okay? Not that Karen.
No, right?
Well, no, we got to give Karen's a good name now.
Right? Yeah.
How did that even come about? Do you know Karen? Because I don't.
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. I'm glad you don't, because who knows? All right. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where that's where it's all happening, especially after the show.
Yeah, come see Snoopy. He's amazing.
Yeah. But you got to apply first before you can see him. That's what I heard that rumor. Is that correct?
Get the application in. We'll take care of it from there.
There you go. If you don't apply, then you
Yeah.
don't get it. You don't get to do anything. Now, if you dally and hee-haw around, you could lose another Robbie. If you fool around, Robbie got adopted, and people were left in the cold. Okay.
Oh yeah, we need the best people, the best family for this guy.
Yeah.
He deserves
Put your
the best family.
applications in. They will find you a good fit. And I don't know how many dogs. When somebody applies for a dog, how many times do they get that dog they originally applied for? From a picture, anyway. It's not as often as what everybody thinks, because, well, we come to find out, maybe, find out that both people agree the dog's not right. So we got another one over here that we think would be just right, and these screeners are very good at that. Finding you the right dog. And Snoopy, he's going to be easier because he doesn't have restrictions like some dogs have.
Right.
Other than you got to take care of him.
Need a family with children or another dog or both.
All right. And you got to take good care of him, because if not, I have a funny feeling Karen will hunt you down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
They take their fostering
Not
very
only
seriously.
me, but my husband.
Well, yeah, good point. But I'm the one that gets beat up by girls, so I would be more afraid of you. All right, everybody. We got 4 more dogs down there. And
Awesome.
Yeah.
isn't he awesome? Hey, it looks like we figured out if Aaron was good with cats or not, didn't we?
Right.
All right. So you now you have to run. You got company coming, so I'll take you back down. And thank you for bringing him on. And we can't wait to see your next foster up here.
All right. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Karen.
much.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Karen.
Karen. I'll take you down out. Wow, boy, I'll tell you, that's one good-looking dog, isn't he?
He's a handsome
Holy
guy.
cow. They did an amazing job on him.
Yes, it did.
But that's what GPRS fosters do. And it's just another day of the week for them, right? Okay, so now, I don't know how we're going to do this. We'll just play one at first. We got one foster with 4 dogs.
Amazing.
And isn't she one of them that said that she can handle a mom and some puppies, but no more than one adult at a time? Look at us now. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm going to play which video should I play? She's got Crandall, Concho, and Girly Girl. Oh, I'm going to play Girly Girl.
Start with Girly Girl.
Let's start with Girly Girl. I like that video. It came out good. What do you think? Okay, you shaking your head, Melanie? Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, and we're going to bring her up, and you get to see whomever's there at the time she comes up. And there's dirt or
There
grass.
is dirt. There's
There we
Shirley.
are.
Yes.
Look at that. We even get Jason too, don't
We
we?
did. And this
Oh,
little girl
wow.
right here is Willow. She is a GPRS, and she is just hanging out with us for a little while. She's really little.
Oh,
She
she's
just got
cute.
there, huh?
She is just coming for a week. Hey, girly.
And there's Girly.
This
Wow.
is girly girl.
The girl with the big bark that doesn't know how to do side eye.
She does. Hers is usually pretty on point. Say, I got a little bit of a helmet head still, but I got more helmet ears than anything, and I got a really curly, squirrely butt.
Yes.
Say, come
And
here.
she looks like she may have a big butt, big enough for a big butt contest, huh?
See? Say, look at that curly
cute.
butt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she is.
She's young.
She's very young.
Now, her favorite play toy is Madison, right?
It is Madison, and she loves playing with Willow. She's wondering why I'm chasing her around with the phone. She's tired of pictures, so she's kind of running off. No, there's Willow. She can play with Willow.
Yeah, you did take a few pictures, and she was protesting that whole time you were taking pictures?
Yeah, well, some of them. She likes to lay down on her side and get pictures, but she plays with this ugly old rope by herself a lot,
Gotcha.
and she plays with her balls and by herself.
Wow.
She throws them to herself, and she's pretty good though.
Okay. How does a 6-month-old puppy come into rescue?
Well, this one and her two siblings came in as strays into Fort Worth, and they were, I guess, more than likely dumps, if I had to guess, since they were coming in as strays. And they were in really bad shape when we got them. So we had to make her all healthy again and put some weight on everybody.
Wow. And
But say I'm a very good girl.
and you typically do puppies, right? But you
I typically do not do puppies.
Oh, wait a minute. Every time I see you, you have puppies.
No, the D litter was actually my first puppies. I don't do puppies.
Oh, well, that's the first time I saw you then.
Yes, yeah. I do dogs. This is
okay. Well, you did a good job on the puppies.
Thank you. This is the G litter right here. Girly girl, Goober, and Gunter were the G litter, and Goober was adopted and went to New Jersey. So Girly had to find someone to play with. So, and so we have, right now we're borrowing. Baby, why don't you go get Willow? Come here, Willow.
You're borrowing a dog? Is that what
we're
you were
borrowing one right here? This is Willow.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's very little.
Wow.
I'm a little puppy.
Ain't she something?
And she's GPRS as well. Yeah. So we're just babysitting that for a week, and that's a lot of energy.
No, you foster
generally why I don't do puppies.
Yeah. Now you foster quite a few dogs because you have quite a few on hand now.
I do, and we have Willow. Stop being so squirmy. Put her down. Okay. Hey, girly. We can get out Madison. We have Madison, Cran, Girly Girl, and Concho. And Girly Girl she's just a really good girl. She plays with everybody. And when Madison was first here, she was scared of the big puppies, the big dogs. And so she wasn't scared of Girly though. And Girly kind of welcomed her in, and they went to go play. There's Madison.
Well, the first time I saw her, first thing I thought, who names that dog Girly Girl? And then I looked up and I thought, oh crap, better shut up. That's Stephanie. Now we know, because we don't care, right? Because they can change their names if they want to.
Well, she was named Girly Girl. Goober got his name because he used to think that by sitting right here on the ground that he would be hiding. Baby, no, not Concho too. Too many dogs. Take Concho back. Now Concho's beautiful.
Wait a minute. Isn't he getting featured too?
Yeah, but I want to show Concho by himself. So this is So this is Girly. She's cute. Oh, I guess leave Concho out, but I don't know that I don't know that he's been out much with Willow.
Well, he's sniffing her, so he's stimulated by the good things. His tail. Well, there we go.
Oh, no, don't pee on my door. Concho.
Well, I think he wants back in.
No, he didn't. He likes to pee on my door.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Good thing it wasn't open then, right?
It is.
Oops.
No, yeah, it's not open. Yeah, it's a good thing.
So
The
back
idiot
to,
was for the fact it's a good thing.
yeah, back to Girly Girl. What kind of home will she need at 6 months old?
She's gonna need a big puppy to kind of play with. She has a lot of energy because, of course, she's little. Willow, stop spilling the water.
Well, she's bigger than Willow.
Oh, by far. Willow is, I think, not even. I don't know. I got told that she's not even 2 months.
Wow.
But she's very, very little. I don't know quite what Willow is yet.
A dog.
But yes, outside of cute white dog, I don't know. But Girly is a pretty good sized girl. As a matter of fact,
We're back to Melanie and Aaron. How about that? Stephanie will be back in a minute. She hit the wrong button. Okay.
Oops.
And she's done this before, so she knows what to do. And
this is actually
wow.
Artemis.
She has quite, because now she has quite a few fosters, and she has resident dogs.
Yeah.
And she has quite a few resident dogs. So, and look at Aaron there, boy, oh boy.
This is actually Artemis. This is my peer.
Oh, that's
Aaron is
Artemis?
climbing out in the back.
No wonder
There's Aaron back there.
No wonder he
Little
looks so
Cassie.
pretty. He wasn't he. He was a she.
This is a she. Yep. She's a little bit older, so she's got that fuller mane already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's 7.
Right.
But
Now,
yeah, no,
Stephanie
we're
doesn't-
surrounded.
Now, Stephanie doesn't make it back in. We'll have to cover for her. And we've done that before. We featured a dog without having the foster here. She wasn't available. And I don't know how it went. I don't hear if the dogs get adopted or not. Well, sometimes I do. Matter of fact, I heard before you did this time, Karen, huh? With Robbie.
Uh-huh.
So, oh, that's Aaron behind you there.
Yep, back playing biting face with Cassie. It's a favorite activity.
And Artemis is a senior.
Yeah, well, just about. She's 7.
Okay, but Aaron brought a little bit of life back into her, didn't he?
They definitely play some. She still every once in a while gets the zoomies and wants to play around.
All right, but she runs out of gas quicker now.
Oh yes.
Okay. Now, how much do you know about Girly Girl, Liz? Or Lisa? Sorry, Liz.
Mostly
Lisa.
from Stephanie's videos. I do know we have her birth date is approximately in January. And so she is still a young pup. We consider her that she would need a resident dog for the adopting family. And then she's still going to need some time with some obedience, being a younger dog.
Right. Yep, she got to learn that that's not the side eye.
Right.
Hey, Stephanie's back. Hey,
oh my
Stephanie.
goodness. It is so hot outside that my phone overheated.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna have to put your fan on it, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So
I had an ice pack already setting on it, but I guess that didn't work.
Okay, how hot is it down there right now in Texas?
Here it's definitely triple digit. It was 95 at noon.
Yeah.
So that's Texas, Arizona kind of like thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is around Dallas. Baby, I need Concho.
So you
Or
have
give me Willow.
humidity?
Okay, well, there's Willow. She's been tearing up her stuff, as you can see. Baby,
And
put
who's
Willow back
sitting
in.
Who's that sitting in the crate?
That is Danielle.
Oh, okay.
Danielle
know
doesn't. No. Danielle does not belong to this rescue. Danielle belongs to, I guess, mine. So,
Oh,
I get.
you have to go to findanother.com to get Daniel, right?
I have, Yes, I can open it. I have dogs that people call and ask me to pick up.
Okay.
So I pick up
You stay
dogs
busy.
from locally.
Gotcha. So you get to
So
meet a lot of dogs too.
I do.
Wow,
So
that's the
put the
life.
girlies.
That
So
is
this
the
one
life.
right here is Girly. Hey, Girly.
It's cute.
And Jason just picked her up and carried her. How much do
Yeah.
you think? How much you
She's
think
about-
she weighs right now?
How much do you think she weighs? Probably about 50 pounds. Look at her. Hey, pretty girl.
Wow. Now, wasn't that Jason that judged one of the D litter puppies by lifting him up and
Yeah.
it,
He was
and
he was
that
who was
was
carrying the D litter in.
yeah. And
Hey,
that dog looked bigger than him.
yeah, that was Dante.
Dante, yes. For
Say,
those
this is Girly.
some
Come here.
people may remember that Dante and the D litter was on the show a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
Girly.
and I was not because I didn't. Was that the time we had to train derail?
Yes, that was the time that
was.
happened.
Yep. And
Baby,
Julie,
please
bless
come
her
on.
heart, she got everything going. And then Stephanie stepped right up to the plate and kept everything going with her.
Say hello. Aw, who's a good girl? Say, I'm just kind of
Okay.
exploring.
Now, how does she get along with your other fosters?
Right.
She gets along very well with all of them. Since she's still a puppy, most of my big dogs don't really want to do anything to her. Say, hi, Jason. He's sweaty. It's hot here.
Except Madison maybe will play with her, right?
Madison plays with her very well. Baby, can you go get her?
Yes.
I don't know where she wandered off to. She's somewhere.
Now, does she interact with humans the same way, like
Yes.
want to play?
She actually prefers people to doggies.
Excellent.
Oh,
So given the opportunity, she would rather, I know y'all don't want to sit here and look at my fireplace. So she would
we
rather.
would like to see the dogs. Doesn't matter which one.
I thought she might. I don't know where she ran off to. She is wandering somewhere.
Okay, well, we can catch the
She
next
went back to
dog
her
then.
crate. That's funny. She went back
wow.
to her crate. So
Huh.
she
Look at that.
went back to her crate. So she's back in. So
Okay.
there's Madison. Hey, baby. Madison
And
wants to go
Madison
outside.
doesn't have a video. She's not quite ready yet.
She does not. She does love to play with Girly. She is a very pretty girl. Hey, Madison.
And how
She's
old do you think she
very sweet.
is?
Madison, they have her listed at 5. I think she's a little bit younger than that.
Okay.
But she's a very pretty girl. She's very sweet. She came to us and she was very scared. Hey, baby. She was a very scared girl at the time. She was pretty growly to everything that came close. And she was very badly underweight. And whenever you push her fluff down, she's still a little thin. Like you can feel all her little hip bones and stuff. She's a little thin still, but we're slowly putting that weight on. And so she's getting some love and she's learning to be good with everybody.
Now, how
And
did she end up in rescue? Any idea?
I'm going to guess a stray. She's not
Okay.
very used to people. So I'm going to guess probably we have a lot of LGDs out here.
Right.
So could be something that she wandered off from a ranch or something.
Okay.
But
That
she's
happens.
got a nice floofy butt and she's pretty cute.
Yeah.
You got a nice floofy butt?
She is. Wow, she is good, man. And you sent a video of her and Girly Girl playing. Boy, she's got the moves too, like a younger one.
She does. And that's the reason I don't think she's quite 5. But she's definitely active.
Okay.
And she's a very pretty girl. So sweet. She's
And,
so sweet.
What about?
She does very well in her crate too. All of these dogs, because I have so many in here, they're all crate trained. Everybody's put on a schedule to kind of go out and play.
Everybody gets to interact with each other
Very
while
nice.
they're in the crate.
Yeah. Everybody gets to interact with each other. This one right here is a punk. This little one, she's cute. But she had some food aggression. All of them at some point have had some food aggression because a lot of them have been starving. So when food was scarce, they have a tendency to really covet it. And so
when they have to fight for it, they're gonna guard it.
Exactly. And so having them realize that it's not limited here and that they're right next to other people that probably love it just as much as they
That's
do,
right. Yeah.
then it really kind of works itself out. Chicky has done really well in his adopted home, and he was very food aggressive. And now he eats right next to his
Yeah. Now,
adopted
what do
sister.
you say? What do you say to an adopter? Say, for example, you had one that was food reactive, and then you got the dog through it there, and then he or she goes to a home,
Oh, you can meet the
and they
boss?
feed them side by side. Next thing you know, the same dog is growling, and they call you up and say, "You said that you fixed that food aggression." What do you?
But that's
What would you say to
it's a
that?
different environment.
Good.
And all of our dogs, they're next to each other, but they still have their own space. So I would probably tell that adopter to give each dog its own
There you
space.
go.
Um,
And
because here they have their own bowls, their own food, their own space, their own toys, their own everything in
and a
their little
place to
space.
retreat to.
Yes.
They have a place to retreat to, a safe place.
And so she
So-
has her own little space right there where she's got her toy and her bones and her water and her food. She's thirsty. It's hot.
So
And
for
it's
the
like-
viewers, what's significant, why I asked that question is because we want you to be aware that Stephanie or Karen or Melanie or whoever the foster is, they will work them through the food guarding. That's not unusual for any breed of dog. Okay. So why it's significant is because we know they can do it now. You just have to, don't put them in that position to where they have to do this. Okay. And
Sorry about that.
And that again will heal itself.
Yes.
When they realize they got the food every day, twice a day, sometimes the exact same time of day for us OCD people, and that has OCD dogs, right? They rely heavily on structure, and I like to structure their feeding, which isn't requirement, but if we have to change the time zone to get their attention back to you, then we've got a structured feeding time that we can change the time zone, and it's
I'm coming.
not an adverse method of doing this. So, wow. Well, who's next to her now? Oh, who's out?
That is Concho. And Concho is beautiful. Concho
he had a rough time. He got separated from his sister at the shelter, huh?
He did, Conchita. And he is a beautiful boy, so sweet. And they said that he wouldn't do well with males, and he was aggressive and everything else, and he didn't do well with male people either.
Yeah,
and
he was grieving.
And you see that my husband does very well with him. Yeah. He is actually good friends with Skips right here. So Skippy is a former GPRS. He is 9.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You adopted a senior, or you adopted him as a baby and kept him?
No, I adopted him as a senior. So
seniors
this is
are great, aren't they? I love seniors.
Yeah. And he was in really bad shape, and so he's food aggressive. But you can see that having everybody kind of right next to each other, we don't have any issues. And you said something about schedule.
If you feed them in the crate, the dog feels safe too.
Exactly. And they have scheduled feeding times, like you said. It's 6 and 6 here, 6 a.m., 6 p.m.
Awesome.
And they get scheduled time for play, and they go out with different sets each time. I don't ever do all of them at once because pack starts to kick in when you have like more than 10 dogs out.
Well, that's structuring.
Yeah, so we do it in different play groups each time they go out. They have grooming time. They have individual walk and treat time.
Wow.
So they are very well taken care of.
How long does it take them? I know special needs dogs like Concho had a rough time. All right, I get that. But how long does it normally take them to get liking that schedule? Because typically it should go quicker than not.
Yes. Madison has only been here 2 weeks, and she's good.
All right.
Wow.
So she knows when potty time is. She knows when food time is. She goes out with different friend buddies every time. She knows how they all play differently. Y'all, this is my dog room, and I really did not plan on showing you this, so I'm sorry. Because we planned on being outside because I love to watch Concho trot up to me.
I would love to see that too.
He is very loving. Look at him giving some paw. He's very loving. Oh, 2 paws.
If you want to take anytime,
Aw.
Stephanie, anytime you want to take a breath real quick, I can play his video.
He is enjoying all the pets.
Yeah.
He's leaning on Dad.
Yeah, he's very loving. Now, this is a dog that loves people more than dogs also. Would love a big female dog. Loves to play with Madison. Hi, Madison. She's watching me. Loves to play with Girly. Small dog. There she is. She went back in her crate. She'd had enough. You see it?
Yeah.
Timed herself out.
She's laying down.
Yeah, she's kind of tired. You see, she tired herself out.
What do you do?
But-
Just catch him and brush him where you can?
Pretty much.
Just checking.
Yeah, just kind of wherever we're at. If we see something stuck in his hair, we try to get it before it gets more embedded because he has a very thick coat, and it just, we don't want to let anything work into the skin. We have a lot of that spear grass.
Right.
So if we see something start to get into his coat, we brush him out right then and there.
Right.
So,
Do you think there's a possibility he was in the fields?
I'm not really sure.
The working
That-
dog? Because I love
That's
that
him.
picture.
And he beautiful. He
Yes.
stands to the side so pretty. Like his profile pictures are some of my prettiest pictures of dogs. But
Look at
he is gorgeous. You can see him.
Yeah.
He is very much happy being outside, and we take him on individual walks. Everybody gets some individual time.
This is about when you got him, isn't it? This picture?
Shortly thereafter, yeah.
Because look at the expression on his face then
Yes.
and look at it now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's happy boy. If Mama's out there playing with him, he will bounce and trot. He will
Right.
come. He will come get me. You can see him just sitting there. He's happy. He's happy to get loves.
Yeah.
And
And I felt bad for him because the shelter was nervous because they thought they separated a bonded pair. But in their defense, I think I remember hearing that Concho and Conchita came in at different times.
yeah, and so
they
I'm
did.
not even really. Oh, look, he's looking. He's like, wait, what are you talking about?
And he came in at different times and they didn't know because I don't know if shelters will separate bonded pairs or not. I don't know if they look for them or not.
I don't know if they necessarily look for him because Texas is so overrun.
Yeah.
It depends on the shelter. I do see some shelters in the rural areas that will post bonded pairs. But usually if they're picked up in Fort Worth or DAS, Dallas, they're just trying to move these dogs so they can save them. They don't really care that you adopt both.
If he was bonded, you've done a fine job on detaching him.
Yeah. He
Well,
wants
I'll tell you.
people.
Yes.
Because we had Conchita on the phone on the show too. On the phone, I had her on the phone once too, but we had Conchita on the show once, and you didn't. I don't think you had Concho then.
No, I did not. I'm like his, I guess, third go round, but yes.
Yeah.
he
Well,
is-
Bradford pulled her or pulled him, and that was all that he did his job. And I can't remember where he went after Bradford, but that was only temporary, if I remember right. It's hard for me to follow stuff like that when I don't use Facebook very much.
Mhm.
Yes, he went to Charlotte and then he came to me,
Okay.
and he's
So,
he's
wow.
a good boy.
Wow. So that's where your structuring comes in great, because moving from the shelter from one, to the shelter, he's been destabilized, and then to
We'll
get
let him have
pulled,
some privacy.
and now you've got him. How long have you had him now?
I think it's been 2 months, right? 2
Wow.
months.
Wow.
And look
Sorry,
at his
you're-
progress, leaps and
gonna-
bounds.
Are you done now? Okay. Sorry, we had some little censorship issues there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not scared. We want blooper reels. Okay.
little crotch sniffing and licking. So I decided to show you a little pocket pity and an Australian Shepherd mix. But there we go. So see, we were in here trying to clean up all of the concho hair. You see all that hair?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
concho. Wait a minute. Hold on. The Great Pyrenees shed?
A whole bag full. You see all that hair?
I like to
It's
tell
not just
people.
him, but it's all of them. There's a lot of them, and they are all blowing out undercoats right now. So,
Wow.
yes,
All right.
Madison, she's one of the worst offenders. I had to clean up a dog from her crate just a minute ago.
Really? A dog that
Yeah.
young? I like to tell people they only shed twice a year, 6 months in the spring and 6 months in the fall.
Hey, Madison. She spilled her food. Hey, Madison.
Well, that's
But everybody's here. Yes. But having the
Where's
structure
Crandall?
here, there's Madison. Yeah, having the structure here really helps all the dogs. It makes them feel a little bit more secure and makes them a little less scared. There's Girly. Boy,
All
Girly is smooth out. She's
She
done.
got tired. It's hot
She
outside.
did. It's very hot. Say it's hard work looking that cute. Hey,
Well,
Skipping.
it's also hard work being a Great Pyrenees and a puppy at the same time. She's got to have extra naps.
Yeah.
Cram, you made a mess. Hey,
Is that
Cram,
where's
Cram.
Crandall right there? Oh, he's the one that digs his food out of his bowl.
Yeah, he kind of
And
makes a mess.
Yeah.
Actually, who flips their food most is Concho.
Okay. And
Concho.
Crandall is Mr. Gets along with everybody except
Yeah.
certain male dogs.
Crandall loves puppies.
Wow.
So Crandall was the protector of the D litter,
Yep.
and you're gonna give him so many treats they're gonna be fat. Protector of the D litter, and loved the G litter, and he's a good boy. We can take him outside just real quick.
Hey, Karen made a comment and it says, what? Shading?
What?
Shedding.
What?
Shedding.
Shedding. Oh,
Shedding.
I can't read my writing.
Yeah, shedding. See all
Now,
the
she
hair?
also-
Lots of shedding.
Right. When we were talking about the food reactivity,
I've asked this a couple times already.
Karen had posted that Snoopy was so food aggressive and now he's not.
No, I think once they realize that it's no longer limiting, that it's better. Baby, can you get him some water?
You got to remember something else too. A lot of cases, the food aggression isn't about the food; it's trigger stacking.
Not that. Sorry.
But some dogs it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that your property out there too? Because I see videos of dogs running around the corner, then coming back around a different direction, saying, "How did you do that?"
Yeah.
I got to go down and meet Jason and Stephanie and a whole bunch of dogs.
There goes Cran, and he's got a rope.
All right, I recognize that trot.
Yes, that's Crandall.
And how's he doing with the little puppies?
With Willow.
He does really well with Willow. Baby, can you get Willow out?
Well, I remember
my
him with
goodness.
the D litter. Now, for the viewers that don't remember the D litter, let me help you out. All right. I use them as a picture spacer now. That was the D litter.
Yes.
They're a little bigger than that now. Matter of fact, Dante is bigger than his dad.
Oh, I'm sure.
And is that one of the, who knows who made that hole, right? That could have been.
That's one of the D litter holes. You see all of the D litter holes back here?
Okay.
See the D's? There's all the D litter holes.
So you didn't have to trim their nails. They did it for you.
You know what? I'll honestly tell you that other than the occasional dew claw, I don't trim really any nails around here because
I see that.
everybody is a big digger. We got holes everywhere. It's potholes.
I've got the same thing. They look like they're hunting down moles. I don't know if you get moles out down there in the south, but we get them up here.
We do. Sorry, Cran is doing some censored activities.
Okay, I want to play at least one of these videos.
There he is.
So which video would you like them to see, Crandall or Concho? Which one would you prefer?
Oh, let's see Concho.
All right, and then we'll get to Crandall because we got we're going to be on overtime today. I see that coming.
Yes.
Here's Concho. Stephanie, you have a message here, a comment from Rena. She says, Stephanie, you are amazing. It is good to see your dogs and the foster dogs.
Yeah.
Tell you what's so amazing is how well she does with these multiple dogs.
Right.
So nice. You're muted, Stephanie. I can't unmute you because you muted yourself.
And she sets them all up for success with her.
That's
There
right.
you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to mute you. I was trying to move my phone around.
Right.
Wiggle.
Now, that squeal that your Concho's trademark, that's what we're calling it. All right.
Yes. So squeals like a piggy.
I bet you was kind of trying to figure out what was going on the first time you heard that.
Baby, come here. Oh, don't do that right now. Sorry.
Did you just walk past a barbecue grill?
I did.
Holy cow. Smoker.
Yes.
Holy cow. You know, when I was reading that thing about he will bring his stuff into the crate with him, I was chuckling and my wife said, what? Don't you take your toothbrush and underwear to a hotel?
Yes, right? Hey, there's Madison. Hey, Madison.
Right. Oh, look at her.
There's Cran.
Hi, Crandall.
There's Willow playing with Willow.
Now, you've had Crandall for a while, but it was at no fault of his, right?
No, Cran didn't feel too good after he got neutered.
Yeah, that's right. And that can happen.
He didn't feel too good. He had a little bit of a suture problem. And so, and then the G litter came in and was sick. And so he ended up, so he ended up with like an upper respiratory infection. And, hey, Madison. Hey, baby girl. So he ended up with an upper respiratory infection and some infections around his groin area. Right. and around his neck from trying to get his cone off.
Wow.
And so he just didn't do very well. And so since he wasn't feeling very well, look at Willow. She thinks she's a big dog.
You couldn't send him out that way, could you?
So he thinks, boy, my phone's getting hot again. So hopefully I won't lose you.
Well,
but there they all are playing.
Yeah, they are. If you lose us, we'll play Crandall's video and then may play the exit video after that. We're going to have to get Stephanie back on and dedicate a show to her dogs, the whole show.
Yeah.
I see that now because this is amazing. I could stay another hour, but I have to, well, I'm kind of hungry.
Well, here's all my babies. So there's
Crandall's all ready to go too, right? Now, Crandall's got a little quirk, right?
Well, he can jump fences. Like mine's not very tall, so he can jump it just by standing still. But he's gotten to where he just jumps it and then comes back to the black gate.
So now it's a game, okay? So now we've played and we've had it in our countdown timer before, the jumping pier. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I don't have it up here right now, so I can't play it, but I am going to take disadvantage of her phone dying like that. And we're going to play Crandall's video. Now, this video was initially done quite a while ago, but he wasn't able to get made public, so neither was the video. So I did some updating on it, and it came out like this. told you I was going to play his video.
Hello.
All right, boy, I'll tell you now. How do you stop him from jumping the fence? You just make it more inviting to be. Never mind, that's a bunch of crap with the area that big. But
Well, I can tell you right now that he stopped jumping it quite as much once he got settled in.
okay,
He
trying to go home.
was never an inside dog before, and he was not used to people touching him. He wasn't used to love. He was definitely
that problem, didn't you?
he was definitely an LGD, so he wasn't used to being out and with a pack and loving and having people. So
How
as
did
soon
you
as
get him? Did he fail as an LGD?
No, you know what happened was someone cut him loose. He was tied onto a rope, and several dogs got dropped in the area, and the ropes were cut on their necks. And he came walking up to me at church. So,
Wow,
sorry, wait.
He was sent from heaven.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He came walking up to me at church. I was there actually. It wasn't even a normal day for me to be there. It was a Saturday, but we had a memorial service, and so he walked
one
up.
life and gained another.
Yes, so he walked up, and my husband was like, "Hey, come look at this pier that is walking up to us." And I went out, and it was one that I had seen for 3 months running around in our area in several different little small towns. And every time I would go to catch him, we wouldn't be able to find him. And so one day he just walked up. So we put him in the car.
Wow.
Wow.
So he walked up to us at Crandall United Methodist Church. And that's too long of a name,
how
so
he
we
got
just named
his
him Crandall.
That's
So that's
Great.
how he got his name.
Great.
Seems like a weird name.
the first time he went on his first walkabout. Was he headed somewhere, or did he just wait?
I know. Can't go that way real quick.
Actually, he was just wandering. He was wandering where he had been wandering in the past. So
Okay.
just roaming.
Right.
I live out in the country. He was just roaming around the country.
And by the way, I've heard rumors that they don't do a very good job as LGDs if they're tied to a rope. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that they were to start with. I think the 3 that were found in our area were dumped. They put a rope on them and then cut them all individually loose. 2 of them were found on the highway and picked up by a different woman who took them to a different rescue. And then Crandall was the only one that was still out and about, and he walked up to us, so we just took him home.
Right. It was time. He was done.
Yeah.
Now, from the earlier videos, I've seen indicators that was consistent that he used to be a working dog.
Yes.
I've seen some, yeah. So it's hard to say because it could just be breed instincts.
Yeah, it could be, but he's
breed
very protective.
Yeah, but breed instincts isn't what makes them succeed.
No, they have
Learning
to
the job
use
at hand is what makes them succeed.
Yes.
So, do you have livestock there, chickens or anything, or pigs or goats or anything?
No. And I had never really seen too many guarding instincts from him until the D-litter came. Once the D-litter got here, 2 of the times he jumped the fence, it was because coyotes were too close.
Oh, he was going to work. Okay.
So once coyotes kind of crossed in the back area, he went after them.
Okay.
Isn't
that unusual for a peer that's supposed to stay with the flock to where Maremma will do that?
Interesting.
Yeah, he kind of got as close to the fence as he could, and they were still coming. So,
right, but he has to be Great Pyrenees because he's in the Great Pyrenees Rescue. So we'll drop that one.
Well, I don't know, but he's
a good boy, though.
Very good boy. And the only times that I've really seen him do too much fence jumping is when we do have feral hogs as well.
So there's always something to do on the other side.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
And he's happy to herd his D litter into one group, and he was happy to kind of put his G litter into one group. And then that way he kind of keeps an eye on them all at one time.
That's a learned
But-
behavior.
Yes.
Yes. And so he probably was a wonderful LGD somewhere.
I think he may have
Um,
been, yeah.
And somebody there's a lot of ranches and farms, I hate to say it, kind of going down right now.
Yeah, I know.
And-
That's
and-
all over.
And maybe he just didn't have a job for him anymore and thought, well, shelters are overrun. A lot of our local shelters are no longer taking owner surrenders.
Right.
And so it kind of puts an owner at a weird situation because he can't
they have to
surrender
step
it.
up to they have to step up to the plate now, the non-farmers. The reason
Yeah.
the farmers can't surrender is because everybody's surrendering.
Yes.
And it takes away from those
110.
farmers.
Yes.
So,
So we have a lot of owner surrenders out in our local shelter. They are like 4 deep in capacity. Dogs are stacked
Wow.
on top of dogs. So all of the local shelters have told absolutely no surrendering whatsoever. And unfortunately, instead of people stepping up, that has a tendency to lead to a lot of dumped dogs. And
Yep.
so dumped dogs have a tendency to end up with me.
yeah, and that's disappointing about Mr. Snoopy because he's an owner surrender. He's a Great Pyrenees. You know that shelter told him he'll be the first one that has to die.
Yes.
You know they told him that, but
Yes,
yet
I do.
he got left anyway.
Because I have a friend that actually helps run a shelter, and even though they're no kill, they're getting to the point where they're going to have to start euthanizing dogs.
Yeah, no kill is more of a. Everybody got to understand. Shelter staff does not want to euthanize healthy dogs.
No.
That's hard on them.
Yes.
Very hard. All you have to do is say no. I don't want the dog and walk away. And what you don't know doesn't hurt you. Well, guess what? There's more to that story. So
You see this baby?
now, which one is? Oh, that's we're back
That's
at Girly Girl.
Concho. Concho jumped up here to get a lift. That's Concho.
Concho? Okay. All right. I got to go down there and meet the dogs, I guess.
He's getting kisses on his snout because he jumped up to give me some kisses.
Have you ever heard the saying, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen? I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Odd.
I was in Phoenix for a little while, and I was young, couldn't stand the heat, so I got out of the kitchen.
Well, it's very hot here, so the dogs
that
only get to
normal?
go out for very
Is that normal?
short intervals. About
Is that normal for you
15
guys?
minutes.
What do they do with the dogs that are out there? I know this answer. I'm going to let the viewers understand.
Okay, so unfortunately, and especially in our area, there are a lot of dogs stuck in outside runs. When this coming up week, a lot of the days will be triple digits in a row, and there'll be no break in sight. What happens to those dogs? There's nowhere to put them. So that's what happens to them. They stay outside. Does that sometimes cause deaths? Yes, it does. Dogs do die from the heat here. As a matter of fact, I even made an impassioned plea today at church for people to come and adopt dogs if they have some space, just because everybody is so overwhelmed, and the dogs just can't take this temperature for that long. It's
That's
just
right.
too much.
And you see, that double coated coat is climate control, but
Yes.
it still needs assistance.
Need a
It's
break.
just like your house. You have insulation in your house. You still need an air conditioner.
Right.
Dogs are
So-
the same way. And in France, in the wintertime, they bring them off the mountain. It's too cold. So never forget that.
So they try to keep their feet cooler, like even I do here. Try to keep their feet cool. Try to make sure that we brush them out, their coats in really good shape. Try to make sure that they have access to plenty of water, and they try to make sure, baby, what are you doing, Concho? That they have access
when the
to
dog,
plenty of shade.
yeah, see, a dog will migrate to the shade, the cooler spot. Then he'll dig down in the soil to find the cooler sand. So stop surrendering your dogs so they dug up your backyard. All right.
Oh yeah. Well, all of mine would be long gone. So
Yeah.
because my
How
dog is
often do you, now just a dog in need, you say, well, I got an empty spot on the floor right there, and you just do what you got to do, right? As much as you can.
yeah.
We need
So all of
more.
my
We need
personal
more
dogs-
Stephanies.
So all of my personal rescue dogs, I have fully vetted them all. and I pay the non-rescue rate because I don't have my own 501c3 yet. But
Right.
I've fully vetted all of my dogs. They go actually see my dogs, doctors, and so my vets. So all of my rescues, even I take all of the cost for all of their shots, their spay neuter, everything, collars, food, treats, whatever
Right.
they need.
You also
So,
do it for the other rescues, and see Stephanie, she helps in every way she can.
I try.
And that's what the rescues need. We need more Karens. We need more Stephanies. We need more Melanies.
Yes.
And we need more Lisas, because everybody's doing an important job here. It may not be the same, but it's more important. I mean, it's very important. Lisa, she's got a hard job. She's a screener. Okay.
And I
she
appreciate
knows,
Lisa.
she knows the state of the country. She knows dogs has to move, but she can't lax her standards. And it's probably heartbreaking when you have to deny somebody. So don't come out. Don't give them a hard time if you get denied. Step up to the plate and fix the reason you got denied. If it's a fence or something, it's not hard. Okay. But don't blame them, because you're hearing a little bit of where these dogs come from that they know about. So if you get offended because you got denied and took it personal, they're not taking anything personal.
Right.
All right. So don't get offended, and just, if you need, you can try a shelter. All right. Maybe the breed's not right for you. Go to a shelter and get a dog from there. It doesn't have to be a Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
So we love our breed, but we want them what's best for them. All right. Now I had when I was younger, I had 9 of them here.
What?
Oh, I won't do that now because I can't care for them because I got old. All right. Don't get old. It's a trap.
Oh,
so wow, what a show. And I loved this. We're going to have to dedicate a show to your dogs.
Yes.
Because you just took another one. Tomorrow might be another one. You just don't know yet, do you?
I don't know.
All right. And also, we did something for the first time here. We're streaming to a website right now, believe it or not. The New Hope Behavior Consultants. We got the stream embedded to the website, trying that out. And this isn't a normal live stream. This is the webinar stuff that they use. That's how I was able to embed it. Instead of embedding it and then routing it through YouTube, this is direct. And some of the folks I noticed that were on were actually in StreamYard, from StreamYard. So thank you guys. Oh, there's still one watching from StreamYard.
Nice.
So if you lay your mouse on the eyeball up there for the people that are logged in, you just lay your mouse up there. It'll tell you which sites people are watching from.
Very nice.
All right. It won't tell you who they are. They have to comment for that. But this is a cool little not even an app. It's browser based, nothing to download. So Melanie's getting the hang of it. That's what she's up here doing, and maybe she can teach you when she learns. Because I know you haven't been around very long, Lisa. You only been here about 10 years, and you'll pick it up.
Steve.
Stephanie, thank you. Tell Jason I said thank you. We're going to bug out. I can't believe we still have viewers.
We met 5 Great Pyrenees today, and we need to find homes for them. Thank you to all the fosters for joining us. Stephanie, thank you.
Well, actually, one's not quite ready yet, Madison.
She's close.
But soon, right?
She'll be ready soon. Soon. Yes.
Yeah.
So keep your eye open on the website for Madison. That's where you're going to know this. That website is your best friend if you're looking for a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, those little videos that we played, they'll be up on their bios when we're done with the show. Linda's very quick at doing that. She likes to watch them too. So anyway, all right, done jabbering. Not sure. Something will happen next Sunday. We're hoping we're going to try to set up doing a show remotely from headquarters.
Yeah.
Okay. And Krista has been recruited. She's an hour and a half away from headquarters. Maybe we can talk Melanie into going down, just lending a hand a little bit. But you never know.
Good idea.
We don't want to overwhelm any foster because they're overwhelmed anyway.
Yes.
Okay. So always remember that. All right, everybody, we're going to hit this exit. See everybody next week. Oh, who's co-hosting next week? Sydney?
I believe Sydney is.
All right, 'cause I thought she was this week. I didn't realize you guys were going to do 2 weeks and then.
She's
well, I have a good. See you next week, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.